by the time our trip ended, to be honest, we kind of forgot we're vloggers. So we're going to have to look back.
From Onomichi, we had to take a local train to Fukuyama where we could catch a high-speed train to Tokyo. But luckily at the last minute, I read that Fukuyama Castle is right outside the station. So
with a nod to Adam from Jetlag, we hopped off a train and looked at a castle.
it was quite pretty.
Beautiful castle, and I think maybe this is one of the lessons from the trip that a lot of the places that not everybody goes all the time are really, really nice and worth going to. From there, a really quick train to Tokyo, and we had 2 nights in Tokyo. As we have before in Tokyo, we stopped by Shot Bar Zoetrope, which I've heard described as the best place in the world to drink Japanese whiskey, and boy, if there's a better one, I can't imagine what it is. You just walk in and tell the guy kind of what you like, and he looks at, my best count was 1,000 bottles around him, and picks one, and in our experience at least, it's perfect. The next morning, we met my old student Hayato, who's back in Tokyo for a little bit working, so we had coffee with him, which was awesome.
And then we checked off a bucket list item.
I had on my bucket list, eat artisanal Japanese fruit.
There's this tradition of buying really nice curated fruit as gifts. Usually, I think for businesses.
So we looked around the department store that was closest to our hotel, spent about 50 Canadian dollars on, I believe, 8 strawberries and an orange. And my summary has been, like, if you know what a strawberry tastes like, but when you actually eat a strawberry, it never quite lives up to that standard. This tasted better than that standard. And the same for the orange. It tasted better than I think an orange should taste. So weirdly, totally worth it.
So we generally use Tokyo as an extended layover / last ditch shopping place.
And this trip was no different.
So we walked around a lot and ended up at Kappabashi Street, which is the kitchenware street.
I was in the market for a couple knives, a santuko, and a little petty knife, both of which we found really quick. And having now brought them home and tried them a little bit, working great. Love them.
So in addition to the knives, we basically did kind of the last minute souvenir shopping, clothes shopping, all things that we wanted to buy and bring home. And that resulted in over 30,000 steps for that last day. So yay us. And included in the purchases is those little patches that Japan sells for sore feet, which I can attest worked great.
We hit Bar High Five, which is one of the top couple in the world bars. We'd been there before and I think remembered, oh yeah, this deserves to be on the list. Beautiful experience, beautiful completely bespoke cocktails, and it was awesome. The next day, we pretty much just made our way to the airport. We were on our way out at... Oh wait, hold on, just a second. Well, I almost forgot. It's illegal to make videos in Japan and not talk about 7-Eleven. They've got all kinds of crap, way more stuff than we have in our 7-Elevens. It's great, okay? Okay, that was close. I almost got arrested. And from there, back to Vancouver. So now that we've been back and been a little bit lazy about making this last video, do we have thoughts? What was your favorite destination?
Okinawa.
I think it's Okinawa for me too. If we had to recommend somewhere for other people to travel, I think you have to have been somewhere else in Japan first to know that Okinawa is cool, because it's like Japan but a little bit different, and the difference is really interesting to see. Any favorite moments of the trip?
There was a few. Starting off the trip with MX Kansai was both the best way to stave off jet lag and also just a really fun night. And then the next 2 things were both bucket list items for me, which was doing archery, and it just happened to be at Hiroshima Castle, which was also really cool, and cycling the Shimanami Kaido, which I will say, again, to reiterate, because I do feel like it's important, if you're going to do the Shimanami Kaido, please, please plan for 2 days. There's stuff to see along the way. It's 80K, at least 2 days.
I agree. Mixed Kansai and Shimanami Kaido were also my list of favorite moments. I'm going to throw in there our last day in Singapore, where we kind of had the day to waste on our way to the Changi airport, just having nothing to do but having to fill the time, we really enjoyed it. Like we managed to find a lot of really cool things in there and ended up being an awesome day. Rooftop airport pool, never thought I'd see that, and it was really fun, really fun.
I think we got lucky because Singapore is the ideal place to do that. How about best or most memorable meals?
I think when I think back about meals, it's somehow not the food that I'm remembering, it's the place. Like in Kuala Lumpur, across the street from our hotel was this little like Indian like open air kitchen buffet thing. But it was just really awesome. Everybody was there like breaking fast during Ramadan, and it was cheap and cheerful and surrounded by locals. There was a place in Malacca, Kampong Ulu, that was a little bit like higher end, but also like very, very much like a Malaysian food. Like it was kind of Malayan, kind of Indian, and kind of Chinese. I got this set menu that was, again, to break your fast. And just everything was a little bit better done than you usually get it. I think we're sleeping on Malaysian food. I think maybe that's one of my lessons from the trip.
I think best or most memorable food for me also was very much the like feel or like the memory, maybe not necessarily the food, because the two I'm thinking of are the tuslabua, which is the pig brains in the Philippines. Interesting that it was unlimited pig brains, but limited rice.
Yeah, that almost made my list too.
But it was also cool because we happened to run into a past student, and so had a great conversation with them. And yeah, that was fun. And then the other one was the durian tasting.
I almost put the durian tasting on my list too.
Which was for me.
It was some of the worst food I had the entire trip, but still a highlight in a really, really weird way.
And then if we're talking about actually food that I would go back to, it would probably be the izakaya in Okinawa, because a lot of what we ate that first night was like the traditional Okinawan food, which was nice to have kind of all at once, and really well done.
And honestly, I would buy absurdly expensive Japanese fruit again. Strangely worth it. For best drinks of the trip, I'm going to say Cat Bite Club in Singapore. They're the ones that were working under only Asian and Mexican spirits, basically, and that like constraint breeds creativity was really, really cool. And Penrose in Kuala Lumpur, I didn't love the bar, but the drinks were some of the best I've ever had.
I would say Koli in Kuala Lumpur. I'm not really sure why, but just the overall vibe was good. They had good food.
Their drinks were really good.
Their drinks were really good. And then also shout out to, obviously, Zoetrope in Tokyo, because that guy's fun.
And bar tasting room in Okinawa.
Oh, yes, bar tasting room in Okinawa for Awamori.
And the stupid karaoke bar in Cebu. It's horrible, and I love it.
No. And also shout out to Container, where we are now. It's kind of like our second bowl.
Thank you, Container Brewing, for allowing us to kind of take over the corner of their brewery. Any other last favorite moments?
Local Japanese noodles. I think many cities are kind of known for a noodle dish. Okinawan soba, Hiroshima sukumen, onomichi ramen, and in Tokyo, I don't know that Tokyo is actually known for a specific kind of noodle, but we did have really good duck ramen and tempura udon.
It's such a shame so often that the menu that we know, right, we get Malaysian food or Singaporean food or Japanese food, and it's such a thin crust of what's available. There's so many awesome things out there.
But we do apparently have Okinawan soba at Tachan.
It's right over there.
So we haven't gone yet, but we will.
I think for me, the last couple highlights, weirdly taking the buses in Malaysia, just because it's a new form of transport for us for, Asian travel, it was really cool.
Oh, and the ferry from The midway point of the Shimanami Kaido to the end on my day of non-riding, that was fun because basically you haul your bike on there and you sit and you relax and you don't fight.
Then I'm going to throw my 80-kilometer day back from Imabari to Otamichi as a highlight. It's fun to just not pay attention to the trip in some ways, just like have a completely detached day. So next year, what's next?
Northern Lights Tour. Reykjavik, Oslo, Svalbard.
We've had warm. We're going to try the other thing next year. See you there.